What's up, enthusiasts? Today we've got another blaster I've been crazy excited for, the Buzzbee Destiny. As someone that loves the Mag Strike and tried to love the Rapid Madness, this is right up my alley. Here we've got an open face package that lets you get a feel for the blaster and the actual size of it. On the back you get the instructions and some other promotional images, nothing out of the ordinary to find here. In the package you get the blaster, 1 clip, and 20 Buzzbee darts. Aesthetically, this is a bulkier blaster than I'd like. It doesn't look bad, but it's bulky. I didn't expect small since there does need to be a space for the bladder, but something about it just doesn't seem quite right to me. It may be that the front end is wider than the back that makes it look a little awkward, but that said, I actually don't hate the design of the blaster. I like the shape and I like the designs on the blaster. There's also the texturing on it that the folks at Blaster Hub have dubbed the Fiesta pattern that I think is actually really entertaining. Unfortunately, it's going to be replaced with a carbon fiber style pattern in the future, so if you like this pattern, you should pick yours up before it gets replaced. In terms of function, if you've used a Rapid Madness, you can expect essentially the same thing here. You fill your clip with darts, load it into the side of the blaster, pump the blaster around 18 times, then pull the trigger to unload the clip in just over 1 1/3 seconds. That's stupid fast. And let me just tell you, the sound this blaster makes is one of the best sounds I've heard from a blaster in a long time. It's so satisfying that you just want to keep on shooting. Aside from the astounding rate of fire, the FPS is a bit low, but that's not too surprising given the type of blaster this is. With that said, I actually felt I was getting decent ranges considering the FPS and general lack of range we find in most high rate of fire air-powered blasters like this one. I thought I'd see what the groupings looked like at around 35 feet, and honestly, it wasn't too bad. To be fair though, with this many darts at this speed, you don't need to be the most accurate if you really need to tag someone. The ability to drop 20 darts on someone in a little over a second is fantastic. Something I really like is that if you need to swap clips quickly in the middle of an engagement, you can pop your next clip in, and instead of having to pump all the way to full before firing, you can just hold down the trigger while pumping and the blaster will shoot a few darts with each pump. Now this is far from ideal and your accuracy will suffer from the pumping, but the option is nice to have. Before we wrap up, I need to talk about the downsides of this blaster, and there are a few. Let's start with the handle. They placed an unnecessary ridge on the back of the handle that digs into my hand when holding the blaster, which definitely isn't pleasant and could become obnoxious during a day of gaming. Next is the fact that this blaster can randomly shoot a dart on its own when the bladder has air in it. This isn't super frequent, but it's still annoying. Also, if you don't completely empty a clip, it doesn't easily come out of the well to replace a half-empty clip. Lastly, and most importantly, when you seat the clip, it isn't really secure until you take your first shot and the clip indexes forward. This results in the clip falling out if you turn the blaster sideways, or sharp movements can jolt it out as well. That is by far the most concerning aspect of this blaster. Overall, I'm not sure where I stand on this blaster. It's fun, no doubt there, and it's really satisfying to use. At $20, the price isn't too bad either. But two of the issues are just making me question if this blaster is really worth it. The handle comfort and the clip dropping out. The handle issue may vary from person to person depending on where your hand sits, and you could do the MTB mod to move the trigger to the front, but I prefer the trigger in the back, so that's not for me, but maybe for you. The bigger issue is still the clip falling out, and until we get a solid fix for that, I'm going to have a hard time suggesting you pick this blaster up. It's fun and I'm going to use it, but I can't completely recommend it for those of you looking for a solid game blaster. Those are my thoughts on the Destiny. I'm planning on running it at a game to see if my opinions on it change, so you can certainly look forward to that footage and updated impressions. Do you have an opinion on this blaster? I see a lot of love for it online, and I understand why, but those few issues are hard for me to get over. Share your thoughts in the comments, I look forward to them, and if you're new to the channel and enjoyed the video, feel free to hit that subscribe button for more in the future. As always, thank you so much for watching, have fun flinging foam, and I'll see you next time.